Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Michael Penix and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Russell Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First is a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
After a tough couple of years in Denver, Wilson finally gets his fresh start, and he's certainly hoping to make the most of it. Truthfully, though, it's been tough sledding ever since being traded from Seattle a few years back, but he still has the talent and tools to make this next chapter a positive one.
First carry for Najee Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Penix going to look to throw on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Eluding the pressure right. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And looking to throw, Penix. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Michael Penix with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it as we resume action. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Wilson. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Wilson rolling to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, Ray McLeod. This is taken at the 23. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it will be Falcon football. And the Falcons now are going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And that'll be incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Pitts. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. All right, we will save the week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The rookie from Washington put it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a 1st down. Here's Penix on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To the air, Penix. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Wilson.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how Week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Dancing to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
A play fake. Now Penix.
That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Koo now for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Falcons, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.